Manager Tommy Jackson's position at the Oval. The board of directors are understood to have met with Jackson at the club tonight, and it seems certain that he will be dismissed following a disappointing season. It is also thought that discussions tonight centred around what compensation Jackson might receive to cover the remainder of his contract.
Well to the fore, but he says he hasn't been approached and he'll be happy to honour the remaining year of his contract with Derry City. Billy Caskey, who's just retired as a Glentoran player, is thought to be another leading candidate, and he told me today he will be applying for the job.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
The end for Tommy Jackson came officially at 12 noon today, when the Glentoran secretary, Derek McCaig, read out a prepared statement. It said the club board was unanimous in their decision to sack the manager, leaving Jackson out of a job and feeling disillusioned.
Very, very disappointed, Jackie, considering the years that I worked for them and also the association that I've had over probably the last 30 odd years. Big shock, definite. The only thing is, football's like that, but when it comes with a bit of a crunch, and it certainly came to me that the 7 individuals on the board decided that it was time for me to leave the club. I disagree with them entirely. I don't think they're right, and only time will prove that.
In 6.5 years, Jackson won 15 trophies, including 2 league titles and 3 Irish Cups. He was also twice named the Manager of the Year. It's an impressive record, so the sacking has left him angry as well.
To the extent that I have to leave the club, yes. The football aspect of it is there is football elsewhere, and when I get time to sit down and think about it, obviously I will give it a great deal of thought that I would be wanting maybe to come back into football. But this moment in time, disappointed that I have to leave the club that has meant so much to me.
This season, Glentoran didn't win a trophy, and there's no place in Europe next season. If the fans are disappointed about that, some feel Jackson shouldn't be leaving.
Very disappointed. He's been here, well, 6 years almost now. He's one of the most successful managers Glentoran's ever had. Very, very sad indeed. I thought he should have been given another chance.
Will you stay on the game?
I will go on holiday, Jackie, and I'll do a lot of fishing, so I think the fish in Northern Ireland better watch out, because I'll be going and trying to enjoy myself. I obviously think that I will come back into it somewhere along the line, and you don't become a bad man.
Tommy Jackson was, after all, sacked as manager of Glentoran today. The official news came this morning with a statement issued by Glentoran. It was just after noon today that Glentoran issued a simple statement announcing that they decided they needed a change of management. The statement also paid tribute to Tommy Jackson for his contribution over the past 6 years and wished him well in the future.
Obviously, it's a change of an era at Glentoran, and when anyone departs from any job, we're obviously very sad. And we do wish Tommy the very best of luck and thank him for his services to the club.
The decision to sack Tommy Jackson was one of the worst kept secrets in the local game. Months ago, there was speculation that managers had been approached to take over, and that's something which Glentoran have always denied. This afternoon at his home, the former Glentoran boss gave his reaction to the news.
Very, very disappointed, Adrian. After the association for being so long, it come very sudden, and basically at the end of the day, it was a shock.
Had you any inkling of the move in recent weeks? There's been a lot of speculation about it.
The speculation has been there for a while, but obviously with any club that are not doing as well as normally, there is a pressure that somebody has to go. I never ever felt that pressure. Billy and myself worked away as best we could, and we've done that for the last 6.5 years.
Since Jackson took over at the Oval, he won all the honours in the local game. Last season, in comparison, was poor enough to get him the sack.
I think that the 7 board members made a decision that it wasn't good enough. I don't agree with that at all. Those guys, I think, have made a mistake. Only time will tell. I don't think they would have ever got 2 fellas like Billy and myself to work as hard as we did, and they will find that out when time comes.
The job will be advertised later this week, and already the likes of Roy Coyle, Billy Hamilton and Billy Caskey have been linked with it. But what about the future for the former manager?
On my past record for the 6 years, and for me to leave a club, I would say that all the rest of the managers are probably on a sticky wicket at the moment. But I wouldn't like to imply that to anybody. If the time comes and someone wishes to speak to me about football, I would have to talk to him.
Here's Jackie Fullerton.
It's just 3 weeks since the departure of Tommy Jackson, and after much speculation about his successor, Glentoran have gone for an in-house appointment. And that backroom boy stepping into the managerial spotlight is Robert Strain.
I think when you're a footballer, you obviously want to play at the highest level, and
when you're in the managing end, it's no different. You want to manage at the highest level as well. And I've been at Glentoran a long time now, so obviously the next step for me was the first team.
Robert's assistant Billy Caskey is another dyed-in-the-wool Glentoran man, a bustling midfielder who achieved much as a player and whose total commitment should show itself in the management game.
He'll be invaluable for me with the wealth of experience that he has playing in North America and England and whatever. But his experience will also be invaluable to the club, and I don't want people to get it wrong and think that, well, he's only assistant manager. Billy will be as much involved in the running of the team as I will.